And we are live. What is good, YouTube? This is your boys. We're back again with another dynamic duo podcast for you. This is your boy Max, aka Maximilian, and I got my co-host with me once again, Mr. Lando.
Lando's back in the building.
Sir, yes, sir. How you been doing today, sir?
Oh, I've been doing good, man. I don't even know what today it is. I mean, we start a little late and
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
been busy.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, I'm kind of like in a time vortex right now.
Right. I got you, man. I got you. I'm just over here chilling myself. You know what I'm saying? We trying to get this show started. We ready to roll, rock and roll, sir.
Oh, absolutely.
So this show is sorry about my voice is a little hoarse right now, but this show is properly titled "Is It Her Too?" And the reason why I've come up with this title is because I was watching a Netflix series. The show is called The Haunting of Hill House. You know, some of you might have heard of it. It's pretty popular right now on Netflix, and it's really good. It's a good show. Um, and so there's nothing to say about that. But there is one scene in this show that made me pose a question, and that question was, do lesbian women experience false rape accusations? So I took that question to some Facebook groups, and nobody had an answer. We can't find any data, and everybody's just like, that's a good question. So I've come to looking at this scene from A Haunting of Hill House, and it's seen the first season, episode one, around the 26-minute mark, and the scene is a lesbian scene where the one of the co-stars of the show picks up this Asian chick in a bar, very attractive Asian chick in a bar, and she takes her home for a one night stand. So
Mm.
so she takes her home. They did their business, and it's everything is great. They're now they've reached the moment where it's after their sex scene. So I'm gonna play you an audio clip from the show, and I want you to listen to how uh, the one of the main co-hosts speaks to the woman she just had sex with. So let's roll the clip. Hope my audio comes in good and everybody can hear it just fine. But I'm gonna hit the button right now.
That was really good.
That's the main show
Yeah, you're right.
girl.
I have to work tomorrow. Early. Oh. Okay. Was it something I said? No. We just did what we came here to do, yeah?
Burn.
The walk of shame.
Burn.
Okay, so you heard that clip, and if you could see the body language of the Asian chick that just left the place, she has the look of, did this bitch just kick me out? Are you serious? Like, we can't have a nice conversation? She just dismissed me like that? That's the type of body language that you see in her face. And like, I just came up, like, do women get pissed off when another woman treats her like that? Because if that's a man and he kicks her out in that same kind of fashion, that same kind of tone, what do you think, Lando? What kind of repercussions could he face?
Well, another aspect of before I answer that, another aspect of
Hmm.
why this video is this session is titled "Is It Her Too?" Because we're in the middle of this Me Too movement
Hmm.
where men, when on two sides, when they get unwanted advances, or either when they just women go through experiences that they're not completely satisfied with, get accused of some sort of sexual assault.
Hmm.
So, with that being said, here's two women involved. They have a one night stand, and then the chick basically just gets kicked to the curb.
Mm-hmm.
If it was a man in this situation to where the woman realizes, oh, all she was used for was just sex, oh, there'd be some words.
Mm-hmm.
People want to feel vindicated.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden she will do something for retribution.
Yes. I believe.
So it is a good question. It's like, will a woman call another woman out like, oh, she raped me because either the sex wasn't good or she found out that all she was desired for is just sex.
Exactly.
You
And
know.
so we want to know if this happens with, I mean, because this scene, if this was shot between a man and a woman and he treated her that way, she is going to feel some kind of anger towards him and possibly can use that as a vehicle to, like you said, seek retribution.
Hmm.
And it would be easy. It's so easy.
It certainly would be.
It's so easy to do. And that man has to dig himself out of a hole. There's no presumption of innocence. You're guilty as soon as she opened her mouth.
Yep.
So, so, so in that process, now in that process of reviewing this clip, I was trying to find the clip on YouTube. And so I put in the description a the search parameters that I use to search for this clip in YouTube because I wanted to link the video to you guys instead of just listening to the audio. You know what I'm saying? We don't own any kind of rights to anything, so I was very concerned with video recording the clip off my TV. Um, so I took YouTube links from other clips that I presume have the rights to show the clips. But here's the thing. In the middle of searching for all that, they edit out the negative behavior of the real clip. Like every clip I've come across so far, I copied at least 3 or 4, maybe 5 links into our description. Every one of them edits out the audio that I just played for you. So I want you to go
Wow.
and look at each one of these clips. And if you have Netflix, like so many people do, you have Netflix, go search for The Haunting of Hill House. It is season 1 in the very first episode. Season 1, episode 1. And fast forward if you haven't seen it or if you want to just watch it through, it starts at the 26-minute mark. And right around where they just got to finish having sex. And watch the body language, watch the dismissal, and then compare it to the links that are in our description of videos that report like supposedly show this clip and watch how they only show the interaction, the chemistry, the fire between it, and it's like painting it as a picture of that a scene that's so great, like it's so great, but they don't show the aftermath. Look at the links. Go to your actual Netflix account and watch the show as it is on Netflix, and you compare. And you tell me, because at this point, you would have to be a complete moron not to think that this ended in a respectable manner.
Oh
But they
no,
tried.
she got kicked to the curb
Yeah,
quick.
she got kicked to the curb quick. But all the YouTube links try to paint it as some magical lesbian moment. I was like, what?
I mean, I think people ought to be more aware of these type of dynamics
Mm-hmm.
because of the SJW agendas.
Mm-hmm.
People are being forced to experience more homosexual behavior in television shows,
Mm-hmm.
as if that's the norm.
Right.
Now, I ain't got nothing against gay people; they do what they do, but they still only make up 1% of the population.
That's true. That's
Why
true.
are they taking up 80% of the media?
Exactly. Oh, that's a good point, man. That
You
is
know what I mean?
right. It's this push. It's this like force fed, thing going on with you with
Yeah, you know
with the
what I
media
mean?
and whatnot. But
it's like I could be watching an action movie, and then all of a sudden it gets forced upon me that the main male character is flaming gay.
mhm,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
And then next thing you know, they locking lips and crossing swords right in front of me and shit. And it's like, wait a minute, I didn't sign up for this.
Well, yeah, at that point, then you can. I usually just like check out. I'm like, all right, I'm done with this show.
Yeah, I mean, just like what was that show? That recent show, Troy,
Hmm.
or no, oh, what was it? Achilles. Okay,
Yeah,
and they made Achilles a black man.
you cut out,
Everybody
you
thought
cut
that
out
was the
for me.
biggest.
Yeah, you cut
Yeah.
out on me for a second there.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah. So everybody thought the biggest controversy with Achilles was making Achilles black,
Hmm.
but no, that wasn't it. You gotta watch the series, and you find out that Achilles is straight up gay. And it's like it was a huge shock because it's like here you got this masculine black man that's just kicking ass,
Hmm.
and he's just so autonomous in his masculinity. Like he chose not to fight. You know what I mean? He wasn't
Yeah.
gonna fight for the um the Spartans or whatever
Hmm.
because you know they got on his bad side. He don't answer to nobody. He just had that attitude about him, which was awesome. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And then all of a sudden he gets in the fight because his boyfriend got killed. But
Right.
according to the mythology, it was his cousin that got killed because he wore his armor. But they
Right.
wanted to paint it like this black man's boyfriend got
Is what
murdered.
started it all. Right.
Right. And it's like that was just kind of weird. I'm like, why did they
Right. They flipped. They like rewrote history.
Yeah, it's like why did they force me to have the injustice material in this way?
Yeah. They rewrote history. I mean, they could probably make an argument that Achilles back, men back in those days, like sexuality was more fluid or whatever. But don't rewrite it in the terms of like changing out facts just to inject that part of the story.
Right. And I don't believe I think homosexuality was throughout history
Hmm.
at an all-time low just like it is now. Because they paint the picture that, these people went into hiding. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And I don't think that's the case.
Hmm. Man,
I,
we might have to turn this into another podcast. Just don't,
yeah,
just to
yeah,
theorize, just theorizing on,
yeah.
what
And the
the
people
percentage, because we know the percentage of, the percentage of that population is very small today,
uh-huh.
compared to the percentage of what it was back then. Like we probably we'd have to go through all kind of historic, elements to just be another podcast right there, in
Right.
and of itself.
I
But
could agree with that.
yeah,
Yeah.
right. So, but yeah, we just wanted you guys to take a look at these clips. The show, like I said, can if this was a reverse role, a heterosexual, interaction, like we're in the epitome, we're at the epicenter of Me Too, and I just don't see a man being able to do any of this stuff right here. It's the same faction that this woman did it in. Um,
Hmm.
but, uh, but if you guys can read the question and you can come up with some kind of theory, leave a comment, subscribe if you like the content we're putting out, and we will see you again on Monday, right around the same time. Like I said, we had a little delay today, but we rocking and rolling out. So thanks again for watching, guys, and we'll check you back next time. Peace.
We out.